All right, so let's
Okay.
do it. I was eating. I'm good to go. If we need a ref or something, I don't know. Whoever wants to ref, whatever.
wanna-
But
Yeah, you and
You're on
Jedi
it
or
at the
somebody.
moment. Yeah,
Go
you
ahead,
can
bud.
do it, buddy.
All right, we ready? Everyone on
Okay.
mute, please.
Yeah, everyone on mute.
Objection.
Can someone mute me? 'Cause I'm good.
Here we go. What has more Scoville units, Tabasco or jalapenos?
Jalapeno.
You'd be wrong. Okay,
Tabasco's only
seriously.
55.
Seriously, let's go. Oh, what can I call you? Is it Calrios?
CalWorks, just CalWorks.
Cal. Can natural science be conducted without experiment? Am I working?
I would say that is somewhat arguable, but no. But it would depend a little bit on how you want to define experiment.
There's only one definition of experiment, so your final answer is no?
Sure, and I've definitely heard multiple at this point in time within the FE community.
Well, I'm not concerned with the FE community. If your answer is no, that is the correct answer, by the way. You want to stick with that?
I mean, yes, that's what I said. Yep.
Okay, so you stick with it? Good, good. So, next question. Astronomy, cosmology, and astrophysics. It's my contention is that they are not sciences or natural sciences because they can't perform experiments. Follow?
Yep.
Is it your contention that they are natural sciences?
It was astronomy, astrophysics, and
Cosmology?
cosmology. Okay.
Correct. Are they natural sciences?
I would contend. I would more. I don't think I would put them under natural science, as they don't deal with things that you can touch and manipulate.
Yes, you can't do any experiments on the things from those disciplines, correct?
Correct.
Wow, I'll tell you what, this guy's friggin' sharp. You're a baller?
Yep.
Wow, you got it together. What are the three constituent parts of a scientific experiment?
Observation, hypothesis, test.
Incorrect. Listen to my question again. You anticipated. What are the three constituent parts of an experiment? Not the scientific method of an experiment.
Oh, apologies. I suppose outside of the independent and dependent variables, I wouldn't know what to say what the third one is, I'll be honest.
That's all right. You didn't. It's not too bad. You got 2/3 of it, man. You're highly impressive. You're impressing the shit out of me right now. Independent variables, dependent variables, and control or constants.
Oh, right. Duh.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Most people don't know that. That's very good. You're doing well. I have to eliminate all my friggin' questions right now. So let's get into the meat. Were you out in live chat? Did you say that gas pressure doesn't require a container?
I'm not necessarily sure I made that claim. I believe I was more pointing to that. My main contention over there was more with density towers.
Density, yeah, I'm not arguing density towers. That's not my game. But I'll tell you what, pretty impressive. I'd have to say that I've been here 4.5 years. Have you been listening to these hangouts?
No, this is my first time I've been anywhere near the Flat Earth Discord.
Really? That's
Yep.
pretty impressive, Matt. You got some education background in science?
Nope.
You don't. Holy shit. All right, so you're a baller, correct?
Correct.
Do you have any scientific evidence for the I'll try to keep it clean, for the spinning globe Earth?
If we want to discuss experimental scientific evidence, at this point, I am still doing research on a point brought up when I stepped into chat. God, it was yesterday or the day before on the one I was bringing forward about reciprocal zenith angles. So at present, I don't really have anything I'm comfortable enough to come forward and say this is the experimental evidence I have.
Okay, is it possible to prove scientifically that the Earth is flat or the Earth is a sphere?
I would think so, but I will admit at this point, my main, I suppose I'll say, reason for why I feel the Earth is a globe is very difficult to do anything with scientifically.
That is correct. Do you know why?
I can't say for certain, no.
So science or scientific evidence is based on the scientific method, and the queen of the scientific method is hypothesis. Scientific hypotheses are cause and effect motifs. So, question is the Earth flat or a sphere? A cause and effect, how, why question, or a what is question?
Definitely a what is. There's no real cause and effect between them.
Exactly. So it can't enter the scientific method. No, it's not science whatsoever. You are friggin' sharp, man. I'm thoroughly impressed. I have to tell you that. We can move on.
Objection.
What?
No cuddling the
No,
gladiators.
hey, Mike. Mike, I have to give the man credit where credit is due. That is impressive. I'm sitting here fucking impressed because I've never heard anything like that in 4.5 years. He's honest, measured. He understands. Now, he don't understand the intricacies, but he got the general concepts down, and he can put two or more coherent thoughts together and come to a coherent conclusion. That is fucking scary as a baller.
Atheists don't even do that.
So, you have any evidence whatsoever of the spinning Earth?
As far as scientific evidence, no.
Okay, we're out of scientific evidence because we both agreed that that's impossible to do. What is your evidence of a spinning Earth?
Actually, just clarifying. For me personally, the largest issue for the flat Earth is the setting of the sun.
The sun setting is you understand that that's just sort of a, I don't want to call it a meme, but the sun never actually sets or rises on either flat Earth or the globe.
Yes, I understand. I understand. I genuinely understand the explanations for both sides. Although I'll admit, I will come clean here. I started exploring the flat Earth about 3 years ago originally, but my introduction at that time was via the Flat Earth Society websites. I know you guys have. Yep, I understand. I only about 6 months ago really started exploring the YouTube community.
Right.
So if your explanation for how they function on a flat Earth is different, I will admit I must confess ignorance to that.
I don't have any claim to it. All I wanted to say is that it doesn't actually set. That's just rhetorical devices used. I do have a proof of the flat Earth, though.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah, it's called the Black Swan. Are you familiar with that argument?
Yes, I am familiar with that one.
I'd like to post it here in Flat Earth Arena text just for comprehensiveness, so we're not talking past each other. So let me post the argument and the evidence. Thanks for your patience. And you're quite cordial, which has calmed me down quite a bit. So, I'd like to direct everyone's attention to Flat Earth Arena text at 44 minutes after the hour. Cal, are you with me on this?
Yep.
All right, just a simple modus tollens. I'll go through the argument, see if there's any problem with the modus tollens itself before we move on. Is that good?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with that term, modus tollens.
Modus tollens, it's just used in deductive reasoning.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, modus ponens, modus tollens. This is the modus tollens example. It's if P then Q, not Q, therefore not P.
Oh, okay, I got it. I didn't correlate because of the spelling compared to the pronunciation.
Yep. So, if the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, that's the P, then any horizon distance measurement must be no more than 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, not Q. Horizon distance is greater than 9.41 miles. We'll get to that here in a moment. Therefore, not P. The Earth is not a sphere. I'll let you have a couple. You're pretty measured anyway. Is there anything that you can see wrong with the formalization of the modus tollens?
My only thought would be a modus tollens requires the P to be true, and I don't personally know enough about all of this to say yay or nay in agreement to it, because here's where I'll say again. I say something that I said in chat the other day. These visual proofs to me are very difficult to quantify as proofs. Because, and I know you guys don't like bringing in refraction, but I just heard you there.
Hello?
Yeah, we got you.
I hear you now.
You're good. You're good.
Fuck.
He can't hear us.
Maybe you can't hear us, dude.
Quantum, can you hear us?
I said that like I could tell him.
I don't think he can hear us. Quantum, can you hear us?
Everything was going so well too.
No.
Maybe we can have a short intermission. Everyone go grab a coffee, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Or some wings.
Hey, Callie, you still there?
Yes, I am.
What is your favorite hot sauce?
Sorry, try that last word again. It was a little quiet.
I'm just stalling until Kiwi gets back. What's your favorite hot sauce?
I still have no idea what that last word is.
Yes, what's your favorite hot sauce?
Hot sauce. Got it.
Is it the accent?
I don't know. I've kind of taken a liking to Frank's recently.
Yeah.
This guy's got all the right answers.
Bomb.
I remember talking to this guy yesterday. I think he brought up zenith angles then as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was me. Were you the one who pointed out the variable zenith angle thing?
No, it wasn't me. I just remember the conversation being brought up yesterday. First time I'd ever heard zenith angles.
Oh, okay.
Did we walk you? Did we go through the black swan yesterday with you
Hey,
as well?
I'm back. I'm back.
Hey.
You got me?
Okay. Cool.
Hey, welcome back.
Yep.
Discord's been kicking me all night. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
Can we go back to the
Whoa.
argument?
They're
No,
trying to
we've been
censor
waiting.
you.
Can we go back to the one-on-one, please?
Yeah, we are.
Cool.
We've been waiting.
All right. So how far did I get? Did I get through the Modus tollens?
Yep. Did you get any of my response?
I did not.
Okay, I'll try and start again a little bit. So, the only problem I would have with your modus tolerance is modus tolerance requires P to be true,
Yes.
and I don't personally know enough about how refraction on the Earth in the globe model works to be on board with agreeing that your P is true.
Don't worry
Beyond-
about it. Don't worry about that. Refraction has nothing to do with this argument right here.
I mean, according to everything I've seen, because obviously this has been a hot button issue on YouTube for I don't know when the hell was that image first posted?
January 1st.
Oh wow, really? Has it been that long?
I started the argument January 1st.
Holy crap. Okay. Just catch me by surprise a little bit. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
From everything I've seen from the globe side hinges upon it, and that is where I understand the idea behind it. I do understand the flat Earth argument behind it relatively well, and I get it.
Mhm.
I don't understand, and I haven't been able to find the resources to help me understand how the globe Earthers all continue to say, no, this works.
Yeah, refraction. They say refraction, but I just wanted to go through the Modus tollens because we're just dealing with geometry here.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the reason why refraction doesn't work, and I've just released the Kraken on refraction. Is because whenever someone says refract, I'm not saying you, I'm the general you. When somebody says refraction, what they're actually saying is terrestrial refraction, because there's no question that light refracts. That's not the question. That's not the point. The point is, whenever anyone says refraction in response to this argument, it's begging the question fallacy. The reason why is that they're invoking, whether they know it or not, terrestrial refraction. However, terrestrial refraction requires the radius already. So the coefficient of refraction, any refraction calculations must have the radius already inbuilt into their equations. So it's simply a begging the question fallacy. That argument's void.
Sorry, you'll have to walk with me here a little bit. So, when they're saying refraction, they're invoking terrestrial refraction, a formula which within the formula uses the, let's say, radius of the Earth to determine the bending of the light, correct?
Correct.
Okay. From that, you are saying that they cannot call refraction because refraction is therefore assuming a round Earth.
Assuming a radius, a definite radius value, yes.
Okay, but aren't they citing refraction as why underneath the model utilizing that radius it is seen?
No, it's still begging the question because they have to assume the radius. Let me show you from the subject matter expert. Everyone, I'd like to point everyone's attention to 54 minutes after the hour in Flat Earth Arena text. This is from the subject matter expert, Andrew Thomas Young, San Diego State Astronomy Department. The atmosphere is also curved as it follows the shape of the Earth. In the calculations below, we'll adopt the rough value of 6,400 kilometers as the radius of curvature to make the calculations simple. Number one, the atmosphere doesn't curve. The atmosphere is an oxymoron by itself because atmo means gas, sphere is a shape. Gases have no inherent shape, but I digress. As you can see here, all the calculations for terrestrial refraction involve a known radius. They don't have that. So they're assuming the very thing they're attempting to prove. That's begging the question, textbook. And ironically, am I still here? Yeah. Ironically, the radius that the original radius that means all of the radius concept calculations originally came from Al-Biruni, who used the horizon, that is the geometric horizon, to calculate the radius of the Earth. This is a circle jerk of epic proportions. I didn't mean to pile on to you right there.
No, don't worry. I'm trying to work through some things, and
Okay,
I am still taking in what you're saying. I'm working on it because, I mean, obviously this. I will admit I don't know how they've attempted to calculate what we now call the current radius value outside of the I suppose technically it's a little more myth than fact at this point of Eratosthenes.
yeah, it wasn't Eratosthenes, it was Al-Biruni in somewhere around 1000 AD.
Yeah, that's why I know it's more myth. That's why I said the myth than fact, because I understand it's the circumstances around the statement aren't 100% correct. And you say it's on could you spell this name for me? I just want to look this guy up at some point later.
Yeah, Al-Biruni. I call him Bubby, but his name Al, obviously. Biruni, Biruni.
Iranian scholar. Okay, he comes right up. All right, and I will set that aside for later. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not a problem. That's where the radius value came from. What they say is he was only 16 kilometers away from the actual radius. However, they trumped that up. I don't know. But he was the one who, how would you want to say, originated the fairy tale to begin with, and he used the horizon. So obviously he didn't know anything about refraction back then. He didn't need to anyway, as it turns out. So if Al-Biruni discovered the radius using his dip angle of the horizon, then what's the problem with my horizon right here to refute him? And it says the bye-bye ball part with the oil platforms.
Oh, but what if all you just showed is that the Earth is much larger than we expected? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to that, and that's true. You're technically you're correct. So I'd like to go through this. It'll be very concise.
Okay, yeah, I am getting a little short on time, but yeah.
I'll do it quickly. BMLSB 69, or Bo, was near Santa Barbara, and he took this photo. He was 1 foot observer height. In the original video, you can see he's only 1 foot observer height. As you can see, the oil platforms, they're only used as distance markers for us, right? So to clearly show where the horizon actually is. So his observer height was 1 foot. The max distance to the geometric horizon can be only 1.22 miles. It can be much shorter than that for a multitude of reasons: tides, weather, fog, whatever, right? But it can never be, back to the Modus tollens, it can never be more than the geometric constraints allow. That is 1.22 miles. As we can see in this photo, the horizon is beyond platform habitat at 9.41 miles. We conservatively say that the horizon is 10 miles away. It's much further than that, but it doesn't matter. We'll just go with 10 miles, right? Is that agreed upon? Is the horizon behind the second platform?
I would agree with that observation.
If we were to use Pythagorean formula to calculate the radius of the Earth at a observer height at 1 foot and that horizon distance at 10 miles, do you know what the radius would be of the Earth?
I have no idea, but I imagine something quite large.
Yeah, you got it right. 264,000 miles. That's it. That's the end of my argument.
It's a good one, and I will admit, I don't think most of what I've seen has properly presented it, which I can't terribly say I'm surprised by, but...
Right.
Out of curiosity, is there any chance you could give me a source with the equation that breaks down into that 1.225 times square root bit?
Sure. Yep. 1 second. Let me format it for you because
Appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah. It's so I got one from Andrew Thomas Young and the University of Washington about that.
Works for me.
Yeah, and any Earth curve calculator, that's begging the question fallacy, by the way. But anyway, if you go to any Earth curve calculator, they use the same value or the same equation. It's the same thing.
Oh, cool. I can take a look and compare and contrast there as well. That's nice.
Yes. That's it, sir. I would have to say this was the most sort of enjoyable one-on-one I've ever had. The most cordial and team, though you don't know the details, you can critically think on your feet, which is quite impressive, I'd have to say. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And thank you. This is some nice information, and I look forward to going through it. You guys have a good night. I gotta get headed towards bed for work tomorrow.
You too, sir. Cal will remember you, man.
Yeah, welcome
care.
back anytime, Cal. Take care, buddy.
Do
Later,
we
bro.
want to give him any other roles?
Yeah, I want to make a mod already, bro. That's the first fucking person.
Making
that
him a
can-
moderator.
Dude, I'm not lying to you. That's the first fucking person that's came in here and was able to just go through it fluidly. This conversation takes 2 hours with a globe head that we've been battling for years.
Yeah, that was the easiest moderation I've ever done.
No one wanted to
argue.
moderate. They're like, fuck.
He
no,
just didn't want to
really.
argue at all.
No, he just took the position of being very honest, which is
Yeah.
what we expect.